Good morning, everybody. This is Cheryl Echevarria of Echevarria Travel, and you are now listening to Talk Travel with Cheryl, airing every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern on all your social media and podcast listening. Uh, we finally have a great guest coming on, as you know from my past shows, that back in August, I attended the Travel Ability Summit in Tampa, Florida, and it had a lot of great panelists from different organizations talking about disabilities and improving travel for us people who are disabled or have special needs or whatever name you like to use. This is geared to you, your friends, and your family. And today I am honored to have on my show Lynn Smith, uh, who I met. She's from the sourcing group and Hidden Disabilities Sunflower North American Program Director, which is a long title for this wonderful woman. She's been working with the Sunflower Program since October 2020, and when it was launched in North America, and she's worked in marketing and sales for over 30 years, and lives in Newport, Massachusetts, just north of Boston. Go Red Sox! I know they won again last night for baseball. So let's keep it up. I'm a New Yorker, but since none of my teams are in it this year, I'm rooting for Boston. So welcome to my show, Lynn. It's so nice to have you on today.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to be on. I really appreciate it. And I do appreciate the fact that you are now, for this next few weeks, a Sox fan, because I know it's a little hard on New Yorkers, especially if you come from the Yankee side of the house and not the Mets. I know.
I was born in the Bronx, so yeah, if you're that part of Connecticut and you were either a Yankee fan or you were a Red Sox fan. And I lived right around the corner from Yankee Stadium, but when I grew up, I became a Mets fan. So any New York team we love. So if it's a New York team, we love them. But if it's outside that realm or they didn't make it in, then we go for the next closest team.
All right. Well, I appreciate that because they've been doing fantastic. Another big win last night, which I like to see.
Yeah, another grand slam. That was awesome. Definitely a great thing to do. So tell me about Hidden Disabilities for people that do not know what the program is.
Okay.
I have spoken about it in past shows and shown my sunflower wristband on the show many times, but let's get into the heart and soul of the program.
Yeah, well, that's great. So as you said, I've been working in marketing and sales for the past 30 something years. And I heard about this program about a year and a half ago because they started this program in 2016 in the UK. And it started at Gatwick Airport when Ruth Rebay, who you may be talking to later, but she was one of the founders, who they realized, her and her customer service team in the airport, that they had a lot of programs for people with visible disabilities, but there was a whole group of people with disabilities you cannot see that were not being catered to. And they realized that. So they thought, wouldn't it be great if we had some kind of symbol that could help us identify these people and then get them some additional help or support that they may need? So they are the ones who kind of created this hidden disability sunflower symbol. And what it is, it's a green background with a bright yellow sunflower, and it's put on wearable products. It's put on wearable products that you can self-identify yourself when you choose. there it is. When you choose to need a little extra help or time. So in the last 5 years, so since that 2016, the program has spread to over 18 countries and is in over 100 airports, and it's growing rapidly. So
that is awesome. That is an awesome thing, because I know when I'm planning travel for my clients, I'm always telling them about, preparing to going to the airport, because that could be some of the most stressful time
Yeah.
whether you have a disability or not, for anyone, especially now with COVID and other issues going on, that's a very stressful time. And I always tell my clients there's a TSA CARES program here in the United States that you could call, but what do you do when you're outside the country? You need extra help. But I think this is great, especially when, here in the United States, we have the Americans with Disabilities Act, but many other countries, they have similar, but they don't have things like we have here in the United States. And I'm glad that, the UK, which is very accessible to people with disabilities, that they started this program and carried the ball to all these countries that you're mentioning, which is totally awesome. That is an awesome thing. In just 5 years, 5, 6 years, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's really a fantastic program. So back in October, they launched it with us, which is I work for the sourcing group, but I actually work pretty much just on this program right now.
Mm.
So um, they launched it, like I said, a year. And in a year, we have about 30 airports in the US that have come on board. And we have a couple of cities that have come on board, like Visit Mesa, Visit Viziela, California. That's kind of where the redwoods are. Visit
Hmm.
Mesa, Arizona. They are also autism certified, and now they recognize the sunflower. So more and more, as we come out of COVID, because if you think about it, a year ago we launched the program. We're in the middle of COVID.
Exactly. And I have to say, both here in Florida, I know that they are participating in many of the airports here in Florida, Tampa, Orlando. I don't know if they're in Jacksonville or Miami yet, but definitely I know Visitor Florida is participating. And I believe New York is also, because I know JFK and LaGuardia are very accessible. So I'm sure that if they're not, I know people out there that are listening to get involved with that. So definitely, uh,
Well,
what can,
they have contacted me, and they will be coming anytime now. I think they're in the middle of training all Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia. So we're very excited to have them on board.
so what exactly are they trained to do when they recognize the symbols, whether it's a lanyard or a wristband? What are they trained to do? These people at the airports or stores, et cetera. What kind of services will they be offering?
Yes. So it's actually a very easy, simple concept. We know that the people that are working there, they're not certified to help any particular condition. So it's simply be respectful. Hey, can I help you today? Do you need any assistance? And give them extra time if they need it. A lot of times when they're at the airport, maybe where's the nearest accessible or quiet area, or can you help me find a gate, or where's the nearest toilet, or whatever it may be. But it's just simply just asking, do you need any help today?
That's a great thing. Do you know if anything that it's also going to be in like an app, like if we're going to the airport, that maybe somebody represents the Sunflower program at that particular airport can, so like if I'm going to an airport and I put in my phone, need assistance with Sunflower, is there something like that going to be created? Do you know in the future or anything like that?
Yeah, right now at this time, I don't think so. I
Okay.
think the it's more up to the airport with how they're going to, and it would need to be the airport or the airport app that supports something like that. Right now, they simply have it at their assistance counters, or depending on the airport, they put them in different spots where they can go and just take a product, one of the wearable products, and choose to wear it. Um, I don't foresee any app, but you know what? If an airport wanted to do an app and have them say, hey, I would like a sunflower, I know that they were talking about possibly sending people lanyards ahead of time so that they have them when they get to the airport. So you get that kind of service or that kind of help right when you step out of the car. I know that was some of the things that they talked about doing maybe in New York, is getting that in advance. And we also have a storefront and a website. So if you did want to get your lanyard or your product, before you go. You can always order it off of our website and have it with you. Any product will work anywhere. You don't need a specific product for this store or this airport or this hotel. Once you have the product, you take it with you wherever you want to travel or
And,
go.
and when you're contacting and I will be giving how you can get your own lanyard or wristbands, and I will have them here. So when you book your travel with Echevarria Travel, you will get one as a gift. So that is from me to you, especially those. I mean, this is for those people with invisible disabilities. Even if you have a visible one, it's nice to have that and support the program. Now, it's not just TSA and security and where to find your gate. These are also going to be recognized in some of the restaurants or gift shops and other things as well, or it's just the airport gates and security?
No, it's supposed to be recognized with anyone that has a badge.
Okay.
So especially help with transport, or the little gift shops that you may go to, or the coffee places, the Starbucks in there, they should all recognize it. Now, one of the things that we always say is the sunflower doesn't get you anything in particular. It doesn't mean that you automatically move up in line, or it doesn't entitle you to anything. But with that being said, if somebody notices you waiting in line, and perhaps have a small child, if they were trained properly, most of the time they're going to help you. They're going to push you to the front. They're going to, just in some way assist you, maybe open a different line, maybe come over and see, can, they take their order first, or, some way. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but if you do need that little extra help and somebody does notice and sees the lanyard, they could help and assist.
So I think we answered it, but I'm going to ask anyway. How successful has this program been? I mean, with all these countries and
Yeah.
especially the United States getting on board, has it really helped? Have you seen the help that's been going on? Have people been giving good feedback on it? How's the success of the program been going?
Yeah, this program is phenomenal. I mean, we have something that are called sunflower stories that are posted on our site. And those are people with their experiences as they use the sunflower, and how it's helped them, and different areas in their lives where it's made a difference. And we always ask the question, do you feel like it's needed? Is it successful? And overwhelming yes. What we found, it's not only given people a little extra confidence when they go out, but it also creates some sense of community amongst people. If you have some sort of symbol on and somebody else does too, well, then you don't feel so alone.
Well, why don't you give us some information on how to find out more about the Sunflower program? You could give the website, you could give the phone number if you want to do that. And that way we could get people more interested in finding out more about the program.
Yeah, sure. The Sunflower program, you can find out more. It's hiddendisabilitystore.com. And if you want to find out specific to a country, in the upper left-hand side, you're going to see a bunch of flags. And you can pick the US, Australia, wherever you may be traveling to, or wherever you may be going. And there's a bunch of additional information on that site. For US, it's /US, hiddendisabilitystore.com/US. But if you wanted to go to the main UK site and pick your flag, you can do that as well. And also, if you go there, listen to the different stories, the sunflower stories, and actual people that have, experienced this. And the fact that it's growing so quickly and rapidly, even during COVID, tells me there's a great need out there. And then you just listen to a few people, and it's amazing.
Exactly. And people might even ask, do I have to show proof that I'm disabled to get this product?
Yeah, you do not. So one of the things we say is you don't need to show any kind of proof or identification. So we don't know necessarily who takes them.
Okay.
They're given out by businesses for free, or you can go on the site and order a product yourself. If you go onto the site as well, there are customized ID cards where you can put your picture, and then you can pick from a number of different symbols with what may be the services that you require on there, and then a contact information on the back. So
That's
the
great.
customized cards are very nice as well.
Awesome. Do we know if we have them in Braille? I mean, sometimes it's not always indicated that somebody who's blind is pretty, I mean, sometimes people don't walk with a cane or a guide dog. Is it available in Braille or no?
The card is not available in Braille because the card is really for people who are viewing you, but there is a symbol there for low or no vision
Okay,
that you could then put on the card, and they would see that low vision or no vision sign, and they would know that you have a sight issue.
okay, that's good to know. Very good to know. Okay, so we've heard a lot about sunflower, but I'd like to ask you, as I always ask all my clients, about your travel experiences, whether good, bad, or ugly. Where are some of your favorite destinations that you've been to over the last couple of years prior to COVID, and why you enjoyed them?
Yeah, I am a big traveler myself. I really enjoy traveling. Some of my favorite places to go, one is Italy. I enjoy
Oh,
Rome quite a bit. And the South Italy. We went on a trip with my whole family, 18 of us. And
wow.
my mother is from Italy, actually, and she's from right outside of Rome, a little town called Frumone. And we were able to travel there, and we rented cars, and we all went to Frumone, and we went to the town hall, and they found the records of her father.
Oh, awesome. That is always, I love when I send my clients and they're going to the hometown of somebody or visiting a cousin or seeing that with their whole family. It brings such joy to me because, we're such a melting pot here. We forget that we come from other places, that it's good to go and walk the same steps. Oh, my great grandfather, before he
Yeah.
came to New York, he lived here as a little boy, and he was a farmer, or he was this and that, and it's just amazing. And was the house still there where he was born, or no?
Um, we did not find the house, but what we did find was we went to the town hall and we looked him up, and they had brought in the paperwork from Ellis Island that they had tracked down.
Oh,
And
goodness.
they brought that to the town hall, and the actual mayor of Vermont came over and met my mother and gave her a big hug, and they talked
Oh,
kind of the town and showed us around a little. And to her, it was just amazing.
I
And
bet.
to see my
So,
mother so happy, like not only
mhm.
was it kind of cool, but my mother was just overwhelmed. And anytime you see that in your family, it's something that's precious and worth doing.
I totally agree that, I mean, I come from Eastern Europe, and there's so many cities that I want to see and do in Eastern Europe. But yes, I get that a lot, especially when I send my clients to Italy. They're always looking out for a family. Oh, I want to see. I have a couple that went to Bari 2 years ago. She's from that area. Then they went to Naples, and met a cousin.
Yeah.
And they would. It was like New Year's and Christmas rolled into one, because it was everybody so welcoming and loving, and finding somebody that is precious to them, but they've never met before, but they have all these ties and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an amazing experience to do that. And we're blessed that we could all do that and take my mom over.
Did she find any relatives that are still there, or no?
No, she doesn't have any relatives left over there.
Okay. Well, it's always interesting to know where else besides Italy have you been? I mean,
Well, when I travel in the States, some of my favorite places to go are Florida because
yeah.
it's a quick, easy flight and the weather's always fantastic. I enjoy hot weather. So even if I went in September and it was lovely, it was wonderful.
Mm,
I was down at Tampa for the Travelability Conference, and then I went recently back down to Fort Lauderdale with my husband. And,
yes.
we spent a long weekend there just to kind of get ready for New England cold, and it's starting to turn up here. So,
Well, I missed the changing of the leaves and a little snow, and then I'm glad I'm in Florida now. But I miss all that, the changing of the weather up there. And have you been to Greece? We're planning a trip to Greece next September and looking to do the Greek islands. So have you been there?
I have not been to Greece, but it sounds wonderful. I think that will probably be on my list once everything opens up again. I have been to Spain quite a bit in a lot of areas in Spain.
Yes, we went to Spain also. It's a beautiful country, a lot of history as well. And also, I was going to say, well, I have you mentioned Greece. For those of you that are listening who have disabilities, believe it or not, they're finding things in Athens and around. You know, the Greek is the dawn of our civilization and food and all that. They're finding ramps. They're finding places way before there were wheelchairs and scooters that made sure places like temples, the Parthenons, different areas of Greece were accessible to people over thousands of years ago that lived in Greece. So Greece is actually an accessible country. So if you're thinking about, oh, I'm in a wheelchair, oh, I can't walk around Greece or anything like that, it's all cobblestones, and Greece is a great place for those of you with disabilities to visit. And if you're interested, please reach out to me. I'll have more information on that in the description of this show, as well as Lynn Smith's information and email, and also information on how to find out more about the Sunflower Program. And as I said, I'm going to be ordering a box of lanyards and wristbands. So remember, when you're booking with me or a past client, you'll be getting a gift in the mail from the Sunflower Program. And it's a great way to learn and educate yourselves, your children, even if you're not don't have disabilities, especially it shows respect of what we're doing for our people to be more independent in life, which is an awesome thing. And I will be in touch with Lynn over the years and getting more updates about this program. So stay tuned for more. And Lynn, I want to thank you for coming on today. The show is being recorded and it will be up on 10 a.m. on Facebook, on Spreaker, on all podcast media. So listen in and share with your friends and family. We look forward to hosting you with Echevarria Travel and your friends and family for future trips. Lynn, thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And hopefully next time we'll have also Amber on, right?
Ruth.
Ruth, sorry, I got her name backwards. I got her name backwards, oops.
Ruth,
but I definitely want to speak with her too and find out how this program came about with her and how it affected her. So have a great day. God bless and keep on traveling.
Okay, thank you.